Hi, I'm Bonnie Krebs. Welcome to another watercolor stamping project. This is another quick and easy project done with just a few stamps and a few markers. So I'm going to start now with our watercolor basket, and I'm going to ink the back using my number 45 marker. Just going to color this back here. And I'm going to stamp it on my watercolor paper. Now I have my image. Now I've got my brush that I've dipped in water, and I'm going to pinch off the excess water because I don't want my brush to have too much water. Just a little bit. I'm going to pull the color out of the lines. You can see that it looks like it's softened the image already. Okay, now if I want to add color to this, I'm going to do it from my palette, and I've colored on my palette a number 17 blue, steel blue, and a number 15 green. And I'm just going to take a little bit of water and mix these two colors together. And I'm just going to brush on a little bit of color onto this basket. Don't worry about getting in all the areas. Just get a little bit of color on here. Once that's done, we can move on to the next step. Now I've got a mask, and I just used a sticky note here to cover my basket because I want to stamp my grasses and my foliage in here, and I want to protect my basket. So I'm going to cover that with my sticky note and ink my grass clump. I'm going to use the number 15 green and just color the back. Like so. And you can see that stamped the grass right inside there. I'm just going to take my damp brush and soften these lines. Okay, now I can add something else in here. I'm going to use this vine, and I'm just going to ink part of it. Just the top here. And stamp this in the basket. And I can just kind of keep going with this, a little bit taller, maybe a little bit out to the side. That's a nice thing about using a rubber stamp. It's so versatile because you can use little areas of it. You just color whatever you need. If you need just a few little leaves in a little area, you just ink that part. So these things work so well. And these stamps are made to go together, so you can just have a ton of varieties, different ideas that you can use with these, and they all work together. So now I'm just using my damp brush to soften that up a little bit. Now I'm going to add some greenery around the bottom of the basket. I'm going to ink my jumbo grass here. Use my number 15 again and just stamp it in front. And a little bit over here. You can go to our website, artimpressions.com, and find all of these stamps, all of these products on our website under Shop Our Store. Or you can call our 800 number. Okay, now I'm going to add some more flowers on here. I'm going to use my number 8 purple, and I'm going to ink this little foxglove. And this is a great little stamp because you can make this as tall as you want just by simply stamping it on connecting it to each other. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to ink the back, and I'm just going to keep going. And one more time over here. I'm just going to add my brush now and soften this up very carefully, just a little bit of water. So you can see how you can just make these flowers as tall as you want just by stamping over and over again. Makes these so versatile. Okay, so now I think I'll put some flowers on this little branch that's growing out of my pot, my basket. And again, I'm just going to ink a couple of these little flowers at a time and stamp them in here. Most of the time when I'm using these stamps, I rarely ink the whole thing and stamp it. I just use small parts of it for what I'm doing. So again, I can just add water and just soften this up. Add a little bit more darker color in here. Come back in with my smaller green, smaller grass. And add a few more areas. Add the water, and we're almost finished. I think I'll add a little bit more color onto this basket now that it's dry. Add a little bit of darker, a little more color in here where the cracks are in the basket. And try to think about where the sun would be hitting. So we've got a little bit of a highlight over here. Okay, now you're almost finished. Don't forget to sign your work. And there you have it. Very simple little project in just a few minutes.
To order Art Impressions rubber stamps, instructional booklets, and watercolor accessories, visit our website, artimpressions.com, shop our store. AI stamps are available mounted on wood or unmounted on cling cushion for use with acrylic mounts.